Hello and welcome to the Daily Collection. A lot of people have been asking me about my pinball machines. You see a few back there, but we're gonna focus today on these two, the Kiss pinball machines. That's right. And I wore the shirt, of course, had to be that guy. Right here we have the original 1978 Bally Classic. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. I remember when I first saw this advertisement inside the Dynasty album with the order form, I used to stare at it and dream of one day possibly having that Kiss pinball machine in my bedroom. But then Kiss really upped their game in 2015 and they released this one. And this is from Stern. There are some other pinball companies out there, but Stern is really kind of right now the go-to company for modern pinball. And I would turn this on and show you how it works. I mean, I probably will, but I'm gonna have to take the sound off because it plays Kiss songs. And if I put that on there, then I get a copyright thing, I get flagged, and it's a big pain in the ass. But right here, the original, the new one, let's take a closer look. When I was a kid, they used to have this pinball machine at Golfland in Stanton. It was on Beach Boulevard in between Lamson and Garden Grove Boulevard. Now it's condos, but they had a kick-ass arcade at Golfland, and this pinball machine was there, and I used to go play it there all the time. And I was lucky enough to get one back in 1994, I think is when I bought this particular machine. It was in the recycler. Now, if you're from Southern California, there used to be a Los Angeles and an Orange County recycler. I live in Orange County, so I got the Orange County recycler, and that's where I saw a Kiss pinball machine for sale, $350. It was in pretty bad shape. In fact, a lot of you guys, you hardcore Kiss fans, are gonna notice immediately the paint job on this sucker. See, the flames look different. They're the same there, but if you look at an original, these flames look a little different. Now the reason is, it was badly faded. This machine was faded badly. It needed a new paint job. So I hired a guy to repaint it, and he made a stencil of the machine before painting it. And apparently these old pinball machines were painted with automobile paint. So that's how he did it. But when he brought me the finished product, I immediately was like, wait a second, the flames look wrong. Everything else looks absolutely dead on, but the flames look different. And he said, oh yeah, I thought they kind of looked lame, so I made them look cooler. I wasn't exactly stoked about that. But it does look cool. They do look cooler actually, but whatever. I'm never selling it anyway, because this is something that's gonna be in my collection to the day I die, so I'm not too bummed about that. The playfield does have some wear to it. It was probably in an arcade or a liquor store or something, being enjoyed by Kiss fans. I've put some serious work into it, new boards, new digital displays, LED lights, and for an old used pinball machine, it still looks pretty good. Paint job helped. In 2015, Stern Pinball put out the ultimate Kiss pinball machine, and all the Kiss fans were clamoring for this one. But it came in 3 different editions. It came with the basic edition, which was known as the Pro model, and then the mid-level edition was known as the Premium model. But the one all the Kiss fans were fighting for was the limited edition model. This is the limited edition, has the red trim. As you can see, I've had the band sign the lock bar. I got the lock bar covered in plastic here so the signatures don't rub off. I got really lucky and got Paul and Gene. They did an event for the opening of Rockin' Brews in Buena Park, and Paul and Gene were there. And I was lucky enough to get the lock bar signed. This gentleman sitting next to Paul was one of the owners of the restaurant. He saw me holding the lock bar and said, hey, what is that? And when I told him it was the lock bar for the new pinball machine, he said, were you looking to get that signed by Gene and Paul? And I said, yeah. And he goes, give it to me, I'll take care of it. He brought it back and he said, you know what this is worth? And I said, what? a 5-star Yelp review. I said done. That restaurant got the best review I've ever written in my life. The third member to sign it was Peter Criss, and I got him to sign it at Texas Frightmare Weekend in Dallas, Texas. And the final signature I needed was Mr. Ace Frehley, and I was able to do the meet and greet at the Canyon Club in Los Angeles and complete the piece. And I can now sleep at night. I was nervous I was going to miss somebody on it, but got all of them. Now this is the limited edition version. This is number 65, an edition of only 600 made. So there's 599 other ones out there somewhere.
You didn't come here to hear no hee-haw music.
How rad was that? If you just push a random flipper once in a while, you get some cool little things like that. This one though, let's see. Try to play with one hand. I think one of my only complaints about this machine is the songs that it plays are not the original versions. They are the redone versions. And there's been speculation as to why that is. Some people have said because they didn't want to pay Peter and Ace the rights. I'm not sure. I have no idea what the reason is, but they're not the original cuts of those classic tracks. They're re-recorded versions. They're not as good, you know? They're not, but it's still cool. It's fine.
Are you ready to join the Legends of Rock?
Both Gene and Paul recorded some cool audio tracks for this machine, so they say a lot of different things.
Oh yeah!
The ball gets saved. There's various phrases.
You gotta pay to play.
There's this whole thing with Paul always saying, "I'm gonna come down and see ya." That's pretty funny.
Let me tell you, there's nothing on earth like the Kiss Army! We want you in the Kiss Army!
There's the Demon multi-ball. I mean, it's a pretty amazing machine. It really is. It's a lot of fun. Far superior to the original. But this is the classic. I mean, I was 8 years old playing this in the arcade and dreaming of owning one someday, and now I do. Got both versions. If I had one complaint about the new machine, it would be that the Kiss logo doesn't flash like the old machine. I mean, how hard would that have been to do? That's the episode for today. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure to rock and roll all night and party every day.